Not initially. I always knew I wanted a family. Nothing, not a big family, but I just didn't know when that would come in my life. I focused on my career first, and so I definitely got a late start on it.
Yeah.
But knew I always wanted a family. It was hard for me to picture being a mom. No, it makes me appreciate my mom more. Um, Knowing what she went through with three of us, I couldn't imagine. I mean, how hard it is with one. I was scared at first to have any more than one. I always thought, okay, she's good. We'll have one kid. We're good. I'm a mom. But then you start thinking about adding the sibling part. I grew up with siblings, so I couldn't imagine her being the only child. So,
yeah.
But the appreciation of a mom, it totally changes your aspect of what they do. You kind of move on. I working a lot, had my own life going kind of per se, but having her, you depend on the people around you for help, and especially your mom, because they know what you're going through, and so it has definitely brought us a lot closer. A different relationship than what we could have had before. People. Well, they tell you not to watch a lot of those at birth, the stuff on Discovery Channel and all those different shows, because everything's so different. So it can scare you if they have a bad one. But I remember watching those and always seeing when the baby's born, they start crying. They're over emotional and so excited to see their baby. And when they handed her to me, I remember just thinking, oh good, it's over. I didn't have that crying tear, and it kind of made me feel like, something was wrong. So that detachment emotionally, I felt like, I was detached at first. It took me a couple of days to really get that, this is my baby, and she's finally here. It's hard to describe because it's something that just happens in you. It's overwhelming. To have to all of a sudden be fully, I mean, that little being is your full responsibility, their safety, their health. It's just the most wonderful thing to experience, to be that needed by somebody. Not so much uncertainty and so many questions of the pregnancy part. It's a very scary, the unknown of what to expect you're going to feel. The baby starts moving, labor and delivery part. Your first pregnancy, you're freaking out because all you're thinking about is how you're going to push this thing out. So the fears and the uncertainties, I don't have that anymore. I'm not stressed about that. I'm not freaking out over it. So now I'm just questioning how I'm going to handle two, not just one. I think I was disappointed because I was still celebrating my mom, but I think everybody kind of forgot. I was such a new mom. I was only a month into it.
Yeah.
So my husband didn't know what it meant and what to do for Mother's Day and really what I needed. And so the first Mother's Day was hard because she was only a month old. So I think he did something like he made dinner at home or something like that for me, which was a big deal.
It's not the wheel bit. It's not the wheel bit.
What do you say?
It's Mommy, and the water.
The water's not on?
No.
Do you need help? The appreciation you have of your mom now, it changes. So what Mother's Day was like before, it was like, oh, a card and not much more, telling your mom how you felt. But now it's like, I want to take my mom to have a beauty day, go to the spa, a massage, let's go to lunch. Like, you really have a different opinion on what it means, you know, and what you're going to do for your mom.
Yeah.
And so, in the stepmoms, you know, before it was like I just looked at my mom and did something, but to raise a child, whether from birth on or, you know, whenever you step in, it's hard. So Mother's Day now is a much bigger deal for me. So I don't celebrate myself so much as the day is spent getting together with all the other moms and taking them to dinner and pampering them because they've been through it the whole time, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for my pampering, but but it's coming.